Ladies and gentlemen, may I direct your attention to something quite extraordinary, quite incredible, quite unlike anything you may have experienced in your life.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Takeover Show. Sheesh. Who said that?
Welcome.
Anyways, guys, episode number 22. With me, as always, owner of Next Gen Sports and Do Cheese. Please give it up for our boy Chewy.
What up, guys? What up?
El Chewy Gooey.
Welcome to number 23. Excited for this.
Is it 23?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, my bad. Episode 23, guys.
What'd you say?
I said 22, I think. Oof, my bad. Anyways, guys, before I introduce you guys to our amazing guests today, I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, our boy Angel over at Buena Vida here at La Solana Shops, formerly known as Southern Park Mall. Guys, come on in, get your CBD for yourself, for your pets as well, and come on in, check everything out. And so, guys, all that being said, I am super excited for our guest today. She's part of the legendary Han family. Please give it up for Stephanie Han. Sheesh, welcome.
Thank you, Misa. Thank you, Chewy.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
Nice to
so
finally
much.
meet you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, actually, I was telling you before we started recording a few years ago, and we recorded with our boy Austin Trout. Shout out to Austin Trout. He had mentioned you and your siblings and your whole family, and ever since then, I always try to make it and try and reach out to one of you guys, and it's just never happened. But finally, we're here. You're here at the Takeover Show. We appreciate you. We last saw you at the Stretched Out Comedy Show. I think it was what was it? It was a best of El Paso comedy contest.
2020.
Yeah, it was about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah, I think it was about a month ago. Yeah. Was it?
Yeah, they gave the award for the 2022 Best of El Paso.
23, bro. You see? Don't even ask Trey. You can't be-
23.
Damn.
That number's hard.
Yeah, actually, you were a guest at that comedy contest. Was that your first time
Being a
being a
guest.
judge? I'm sorry, a judge?
Yes,
You're a
that
judge,
was
right?
the first time I was ever judge of a comedy show, but it was awesome.
It was
I enjoyed
awesome.
it. I enjoyed the experience.
Yeah, it was actually really good. Shout out to everybody that went out there.
You were sitting in the front, right, with all the judges, Ponchi and everybody else?
Yes.
Ponchi
Ponchi is
and,
very, very funny.
Yeah.
Anthony Austin Brown too, man. Those
All
guys
of them
are
are
something
funny.
else.
It was
Yeah.
a good time. Very good time.
How'd you like it?
It was a good time.
Yeah.
The comedians from El Paso were awesome. And then the one that won it was just
On top of it.
naturally hilarious.
What was his name, brother?
I forgot, dude.
Yeah.
Why would you ask me that?
Because I was trying to remember, but
No,
honestly,
we'll have his name pop
Yeah.
out right here at the bottom, man.
I
We'll
think-
have him on the
But
show
he was
too.
awesome.
Paul, everybody killed it up.
Yeah, there's so many comedians, guys. I'm telling you, the comedy scene here in El Paso is awesome. And that night was great. We were supposed to, I wanted to make it a thing to go and say hi to you that day and ask you about the pod. But yeah, drinks were flowing and jokes were also flowing. And
It happens. It's okay.
yeah, it happens.
But now we're meeting,
yeah,
so-
yeah, there you go. Thank you. But so for those who might not know who you are, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
So I'm Stephanie Han. I'm a professional boxer here in El Paso. I'm undefeated. My record's 5-0. I'm also a police officer with El Paso Police Department here in El Paso.
Respect.
That's
Dude.
got to be cool.
Respect.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God I took care of my warrants before we got this.
Stupid. On that
It's
question.
okay. I'm not working right now.
She's not on
You're-
duty, guys.
You're good. How does how do you see the change of the shift in the drinking and the driving in the past 5-10 years here in El Paso?
Well, it's always bad.
Yeah, it's always been bad.
It's always been bad. But right now with our department, like all law enforcement agencies, we're all short-staffed.
Oh damn.
We are short-staffed. But it's the same. I don't think it's ever going to stop. DWI is never going to stop.
I think just because of the internet, we see it more.
Yes, I think it's because we have the internet, then we're able to see everything. Everyone has a phone, so everyone is able to upload it.
Yeah. Everybody's able to see what's going on. You know about every single little crash.
Yep.
And everybody that's drinking and driving. But no, yeah. I think just lately, shout out to FitFam. Something came out on FitFam that something about like the 911 calls and like how people were being left on hold.
Really?
Yeah, and then somebody came out that's actually I don't know if you could look it up. Yeah, somebody had called that works for those people that answer your calls, and she
Dispatch?
dispatch, and she was pretty much saying that they just don't have enough
Staffing.
people. There was like, she said in her shift, like I think there was like 8 people.
That's
And
crazy.
when we're in a city like we're over 600,000 people,
That's
right?
insane,
It's
bro. That's a
crazy.
lot.
It is-
No,
that's
we're
extremely-
short-staffed everywhere. It's,
Yeah, but also, guys, and I was reading some of these comments, and it's true. There is non-emergency numbers you guys could call.
there's-
You know, leave those the 911 line for fucking major emergencies,
For
dude.
real.
Not because your neighbor is yelling or throwing shit at
Traes
you.
el pedo
But,
atorado,
yeah,
you
dude.
know?
Yeah. But you know what, dude? I
Pop
think
it
I've
up,
called for like some dumb stuff too, man. I'm one
You're
of
an
those guys
idiot.
to blame.
It's an easy number, 911. So
Yeah,
that's why they call
it's
it.
true.
Easy number.
Hey, what is the non-emergency number, Chewy? Let us know.
So if we can pop it up right here, but it would be the 915. It's going to be 832-4400, and that is this number to call for crimes not in progress, like a vehicle stolen overnight or an assault from days ago. You can also call this number for non-urgent incidents.
You know what? I have a feeling that a lot of like opponents that Stephanie Han fought like ended up calling that phone number like days later after they woke up. You know,
Metieron una putiza.
someone in your city kicked my ass.
I woke up
Um,
like this.
But yeah, let's get into this. We were talking a little bit and doing some research. I had your whole family was pretty much brought up in martial arts and
Yes.
physical activities like
Yes.
that. So tell us a little bit more about that. Why was it? Was it your dad?
So yes, in my family there's 5 siblings. My dad, he's from Korea, so
That's awesome.
his profession was he was a martial arts teacher. And
Oh wait, so that was like his job out
that
there?
was
Like
his
that's
job.
what he did?
He,
Oh, dude.
he's been in El Paso for 40 plus years, and he's just had martial arts gyms here in El Paso. And well, my mom was a nurse. She worked late, so my dad, he took care of us, and we had no choice. I started martial arts at 3 years old.
At 3 years old?
3 years old.
Dude, I was eating dirt at
No.
that age.
Dude, I don't even know what I was doing, but respect. At
Yeah,
3,
that's
that's
crazy.
awesome.
3
3 years old.
Respect to your mom and your
Yeah,
dad,
so
too.
what was I guess like the training or like at that age?
We well, my dad says that we were the worst students because
Oh,
we didn't see him as master. We just saw him as daddy.
why, Steph? Why?
Master
Why?
We were the worst, but eventually we got good.
Yeah.
And we sparred everybody. But when we started competing in karate tournaments, taekwondo tournaments, kickboxing tournaments, boxing tournaments, the training we trained all the time. We trained all the time.
So back then
Every
it wasn't just boxing, there was everything else. When did
Yeah.
you start your boxing?
So I started boxing. My first boxing fight, I think I was 10.
What?
10 years old.
Wow.
But I followed in my sister's footsteps because she couldn't get fights in kickboxing. My brother either. So then they did boxing.
What
We
was that?
transitioned.
They're too good?
They're too good.
Wow.
No one wanted to fight him in kickboxing.
I mean that makes
scary,
sense,
bro.
right? Like if I had a kid and then I saw Han, like kicking ass or just hitting the pads and shit.
Ahí te guacho.
I'd be like, son, let's go, let's go to the YMCA.
Oh, that's scary. But
that is
that's
scary.
respect, though. How do you say it? That put a lot of like
Well, growing up with a
more
lot
into
of
you.
A lot
Yes.
of
a lot of discipline,
yeah, definitely.
and I've always been an athlete, so that's definitely been beneficial, especially with my job now as a police officer. So yeah,
That's
thank
awesome.
you, Daddy. We didn't
Yeah,
like it back
respect.
then at all. We didn't have a life.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to your dad for creating such great athletes.
And you said mom was a nurse.
My mom was a nurse.
That's awesome.
was a nurse.
Oh, yeah,
She was a nurse.
that's awesome.
Yes, my mom was the total opposite from my dad.
Did your mom ever have like an issue with it or like,
My mom, I'm telling you, total opposite from my dad. She was the biggest nerd. She would read all the time.
What?
She hardly ever went to our fights or competitions.
Yeah, it's complete.
And when she did, she would bring a book, and
Just
she would bring a book.
complete
and then when we
opposites, dude.
fought,
Wow.
She would watch us, and then after the fight was over, she would go back to her book.
oh, that's awesome. She was supporting though.
My mom was
Yeah.
totally
So-
different.
So you did boxing up to what age? Like 21, was it?
So yes, I started at 10. Sorry, and then I stopped boxing. I think like at 21. Yes.
And was it something where you just kind of tired of boxing, or did you just have other plans in life?
I just
or-
felt burnt out from doing it.
Oh yeah, I mean from like what 9 years old, you know, all the way to
burnt out.
21.
I really pissed off my family. Extremely pissed them off. But
Was it like a hard thing to kind of bring up to your parents, saying like, hey, or your whole siblings as well, like, hey, I'm done boxing?
Well, my dad, because that year it was like the Olympic year,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like the first time women's boxing was going to be in the Olympics. So I had a good opportunity, a good chance. So my siblings, obviously, looking back, I'm like, yeah, I was stupid.
They were trying to push you to
They're
go.
like,
do
you
it.
could do this,
Yeah.
you could do this. But I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this. I was at UTEP and I was like, I just want to focus on school and live my life. But now, I guess, because I came back to boxing, it's better. But for a while, I couldn't go back to boxing because it was still there. Like
Yeah.
the
What
pain was
brought
still
you
there.
back?
So my sister Jennifer, she's a world champion. She's El Paso's first world champion, and it was during COVID. She got an opportunity to fight Katie Taylor, who's like the best women's fighter, pound for pound fighter, and she had no sparring partners because it was COVID. So I was like, well, I don't want you to get your ass whooped on TV because that's what everyone wants you to. You're
Right.
the underdog. You're supposed to get your ass whooped. So I was like, I'll come back and I'll spar you. So that's what I did.
Wow.
And I thought I was gonna really suck, but I was still okay.
Did that spark started in you again, and you're
Yes.
like, you know what, I want this.
My sister, my brother, my sister's coach, Louis Burke, who's now my coach, he was like, yeah, you still have it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Louis Burke is such a great trainer, man.
Yes,
He
yes.
did such a great job with your sister.
The fact that she was up there with Katie is just like,
yes,
you know,
Katie
like,
Taylor's
wow.
amazing
Yeah.
fighter. So
and honestly, like we were rooting hard for your sister and stuff, but honestly, the comeback we want part 2.
I
Yeah,
know.
we need
Well,
that. We
I
need
think
that.
Jenny's done, but I would love to revenge Jennifer's loss.
That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool, bro. That would be pretty fire.
So your fighting name, right? It's like Stephanie the Enforcer.
Stephanie the Enforcer.
Is it because you're a cop?
Because I'm a cop. I'm proud to be a cop. Yes.
Bad energy right there. Bad B energy. Right there.
Was that something like in college? Like once you quit, is that something that you kind of already wanted to do? Join the police force?
No, not at all. It just happened. So I graduated from UTEP in 2013, and then I got married in 2014, and then I had my son like right after. So I was like, oh gosh, I don't want to go back to school. I'm
Yeah.
done, and I need a real job. And I remember looking up online. I'm like, I could be a cop. Like
Right.
I could see myself. I'm not scared. My dad, he raised me to be tough. I could do this, and I
Yeah.
applied. And
I could just picture like Stephanie Hahn like going into a house, but instead of her gun drawn, like it's her fist, you know, like she walks in like, "Ooh, put your hands up."
no, gun.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it
Oh, yeah.
true that some athletes have to register their hands as lethal weapons? I don't know if that's true.
It's not true.
That's not true, dude. Austin Trout lied to you, dude. No, that's crazy. Yeah, actually, I was looking up, some highlights and stuff of you, and I ended up running into a video. I should have sent it to you, Tree. But I saw a video, and I think this was like a day before you got married or something.
Yes.
And you're in your room, or somebody was in your
Yes.
room, and was it your brother
It's
that
my
was
annoying
giving?
brother. Yes. I know that video.
So I'll pop it up for you guys. But on this video, her brother's asking like, how does it feel to be a Han? Like your last day of being
Yes.
Han, and
I never changed my name. I'm horrible. But I'm still a Han. Still Stephanie Han.
but then you could tell she was so annoyed by her brother. She's like, look, it's life, and I'm happy. Okay.
My brother.
And now she's back. She's back at it. You had two kids, two beautiful kids.
Yes.
And also, like you said, you've been married for what, 14 years now? 12 years? 13? I don't know my
I've been with
math.
him for 13 years.
Wow.
Yep, 13 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's like 3 World Cups.
Oh gosh, yes. Just kidding.
That's like 3 World Cups.
Yeah. Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 12, yeah.
So throughout high school, I was also seeing you did wrestling in high school, and
Yes.
you were even you were about to go to state, you won state,
I
and
won
then you were
state.
gonna go to nationals or something like that. What was gonna happen?
I wrestled all 4 years in high school. I
Mm-hmm.
won state my last 2 years. So I won it my junior and senior year. And I went to nationals my junior and senior year. But my senior year, I was wrestling my annoying brother.
Right.
That one. We're practicing, we're drilling. And as you could see on that video, he's very goofy.
Yeah.
Very goofy.
Right away, I was
he
like,
likes
yeah,
to
that
play
must
around
be
all
your
the
brother.
time. And we're working some drills. I'm like, AB, please don't do this, don't do that. And what does he do? He does it. And I hear a pop of my ACL, or a pop of my knee. I didn't know it was my ACL at the time. And then 2 days later, I go to nationals, and then after like a couple matches, I hear more pops, and then I can't move my knee at all.
Ouch.
So I tore my ACL
So
at
like
nationals.
the whole,
Damn.
I mean, those 2 days, I'm sure you were in pain.
It's a weird ACL's a weird injury because you could still move. I just couldn't bend my knee. I couldn't sit down. I was like, it's fine, no pain, no gain. You know, that's what I was taught throughout life. My dad.
Damn, I can't.
I got
See, Chewy gets all like, hey, I can't come in, man. I got my finger hurts. It's like, what?
My tummy hurts. I'm out.
So yeah, but I learned the hard way at nationals when
Respect. Damn.
I had multiple pops on my knees, but
Ouch.
I recovered and I'm fine now.
So that never became like an injury that, like, to this day, it's kind of bothers you and stuff like that?
So I had scholarships to wrestle in college. So I also had a scholarship at UTEP, an academic scholarship. So I was like, you know what, the likelihood of me tearing my ACL again in college wrestling is very, very high.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was going to continue the boxing dream, you know, make my family happy, doing the Olympic dream. But I was like, I'll stay at UTEP and just focus on boxing. So that's what happened.
Nice. Well, you were in high school. Was it like wrestling something you really wanted to do? You're like, yeah, I'm going to sign up right away.
No.
No?
No. So my annoying brother, he wrestled. We all went to Irvin High School, but he was on the wrestling team. And so my dad was like, when we started our freshman year, he was like, you do wrestling. I was like, me and my twin were like, no, Daddy, we want to do cheerleading and soccer, other sports. He's like, no, you do wrestling. And we're like, oh, okay. So we had no choice. We had to do wrestling, and we fell in love with it. So it was awesome. We
like
thought
he knew what you guys needed.
for us, we thought like wrestling was like WWE style. We're like, no, Daddy, we're not going to do that.
Same, bro.
We're not going to do that. And then we get there like, oh, okay. This is kind of
It's
like
more
martial arts.
competitive, you
Yeah.
know, like it's not fake.
She
No.
was like on her first day. She thought she was gonna get put through a table.
She's all looking for the ropes
Totally.
to jump off of. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Was not what I was expecting, but I'm glad I did that sport. It's a great sport. Very
good.
good sport.
So
Did you go to school here,
Irvin High School?
Irvin High School. She just said it, Chewy.
bro?
Irvin High School and also UTEP.
Yeah, I
And
heard
UTEP.
UTEP. Yeah, you said you were boxing inside UTEP or at UTEP or
No, training during UTEP?
So I stopped competing after my freshman year at UTEP. Then I just focused on school, and then I became a wife and a mother, and
That's
needed
beautiful.
Yep.
That's great. That's really good. I wonder what your kids think about you doing boxing now, like going back to it, because obviously they weren't born
no.
when you were doing it.
My son, he'll come with me. He comes with me to Las Cruces, and he enjoys watching me. He enjoys it. And now when I fight, he's all rooting for me, and he's like, last time he was like, Mama, I was scared. But he's there, he's supporting me, and he screams for me, and he's all proud. He wears my little my jacket for
That's beautiful.
my uniform, and it says the Enforcer. But yeah, he's my
That's awesome,
biggest
man.
fan
That's
for sure.
awesome. I can't picture my mom fighting.
no?
I picture her throwing a chancla, you know, but not fighting. Not like that. Not throwing fists.
Hey, you're a mom of a boy and a little girl.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's
That's
very,
beautiful.
very nice. Dude, I'm just thinking of my mom fighting, dude.
Oh,
No,
that's
no,
what I'm
no, no.
saying. Like,
She fights with her words.
and
what
you
my
see
mom does.
your boy getting into the sport or anything like that. In the
My
future?
son for sure. Yes.
It's awesome.
He's a Han. He looks like a Han. His body type's a Han. So yes, for
It's all
sure.
in him.
Oh yeah.
It's all natural though too, right? It's you know, some people are born athletic, you know, naturally, and when you're little, you could tell which ones are gonna be able to do a lot of stuff. But you would also train like I saw you kickboxing as well. You did martial arts. I was watching your episode with our boy Jamal Barbar. Shout out to him. And you tried jiu-jitsu for a little bit or something like that.
I've done a couple of classes of jiu-jitsu, and it's awesome.
You like it?
It's awesome. If I had more time in a day, I would totally do a jiu-jitsu class like every single day, committed. But right now, since I'm doing good in boxing, I'm gonna stay with that sport.
Yeah. Stay focused in that
Stay
sport.
with that sport.
That's crazy. I don't know. You know, I like jiu-jitsu, watching people do jiu-jitsu. Well, more like MMA, right? And then when they're doing jiu-jitsu, that's cool. But also, like in high school, I thought about joining wrestling because I played football, right? And my coaches were like, hey, wrestling will help you. And
Yes.
and the thing is like every time I'd pass by and see these guys training or, you know, I'd be like, dude, these guys are so sweaty all over each other. Like, yeah, I sweat during football, but I just tackle the guy once and then let him go, you know? I don't know. I just found it like, oh, man, I don't know. That's too much. I was probably just lazy, you know? Like, I just want to get football over
Wrestling
and
would
like,
have definitely helped your takedowns for sure.
yeah, for sure. You know, and I regret it. You know, I could have probably been in the NFL right now, dude. But whatever. Instead, I'm here with our girl, Stephanie Hahn. But did you ever do any of those, like, as maybe amateur? Did you go do any, like, kickboxing matches or, Is that what
Yeah.
you did the most growing up?
So I think I started kickboxing at 8, something like that. There was a lot of tournaments in New Mexico, so in Las Cruces, Albuquerque, I would go all the time because my older siblings they competed, and I just had to go. When we went there, like, oh, do you have a 8-year-old or whatever weight class? I was like, please let there not be anyone in my weight class, because I just wanted to enjoy and enjoy watching them and play with everyone else, all the kids. But when they did, then I had to fight.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
When did you kind of realize that like this whole boxing thing could actually be good and, you know, go a long way?
You're talking about amateur or professional?
Either.
As an amateur, I was very successful as in the amateurs, and that's why my family is very mad when I gave it up. But I think the difference now between me when I was an amateur compared to me as a professional, now I really want it, because before I didn't have a choice. I did it because I had to. My dad was like, you're going to do it, and that's it. And if you're not going to do it, then you're no longer my daughter. That's how my dad's mentality was back then.
Damn.
No, yeah.
So I was like, I'm very stubborn. I was like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. But now I'm coming back to it. I'm like, okay, things have changed. You know, I have my family, I have my kids, I have my career. I'm like, you know what? I want to do this because I want to lead a good example, and I'm happy. I'm happy to be here.
Nah, you know what? That's good, you know, because I know that it takes a lot of time to become a professional boxer and stay like in a pro. So having to, you know, have a family and get married and all that could actually take some time. So I think it sounded pretty cool when I heard that, like, you know, you stopped to start a family and everything, and then now that, you know, everything's already done, you come back and you're doing your boxing. And how is it balancing all that, your family, being a cop, and then now doing your boxing?
I never expected, I honestly never expected me coming back to boxing, because I was so content with my life.
Right.
I was so content with my family and my job, and I'm like, I'm happy, like I'm good. But now being back, I'm glad that my dad was very strict with us, because I have a lot of discipline.
Right.
And as long as I follow a schedule, then I could do it. If that means like lack of sleep, it's okay, as long as I get it done. So it's very hard because I'm always busy, but I have support from my family. They're amazing, and they want me to be successful. So they sacrifice a lot for me. So I'm glad that I'm doing this, but I wouldn't be able to do it without them.
No, yeah, definitely. I could understand that, and it takes a lot, like you said, a lot of time and all that. But you know, the more work you put in, the bigger the reward, I always think.
Yes.
But now, I was watching some of your highlights, and Jesus, the way you punch, I was actually thinking like maybe we should bring a glove and like have her like punch us, like, you know, while we promote this episode or something.
I don't want to be arrested.
No, and then I saw the videos and I was like, yeah, dude, we're not doing that shit.
Have you ever hit the punching,
the one that measures how hard you punch?
No, I've never done that.
Really?
No.
You should.
You should do that and also kick. I'll pull up a video for you guys to see. I found this video also. I don't know. It's probably, I think, on her Facebook. And she was kickboxing, and the way she was kicking these freaking things, man, it scared me. I told Chewy, I was like, dude, let's not get her mad. Let's make sure that we ask the right questions. But
on the kicking, I had a question. Like, when you do a spin kick, like, do you have to like move your hip with it and keep your legs straight, or how do you do it?
Hips are very important in kicking, for sure, and flexibility. So if you want, depending on how high you kick, you have to have good flexibility, good range of motion. But
Good
yes.
to know, because look.
all right, show us, Chewy. How high can you go, Chewy? Oh,
wow, that is nice. So it depends. There's several types of kicks, but
Dude, that was impressive, dude. I'm serious. I've never seen you kick that high.
the first kick you did was straight up, like a stretch kick or axe kick. There's several names for that one. But the most common one is a roundhouse kick. And if you do a roundhouse kick, then you have to rotate your hips.
That's the one I want to learn, because I know how to do the Shawn Michaels one.
Oh.
The sweet chin.
Yeah, that's a Shawn Michaels one, guys.
Interesting.
It's easy. You just got to cock it back. But yeah.
But what do you want to learn it for, Chewy? What are you trying to fight?
No, but I just thought it's pretty cool, bro. Like,
it is.
The spin kick.
It'd be cool to, like, you know, like a bar trick and shit. Like, check this out, guys.
No, just like I can do it. What's
don't know.
next?
You
keep
got
it
some
wobbly.
flexibility, so you're a natural, sir.
Thank you.
A lot of people don't have it. So
I'm
they could only do
impressed.
leg kicks.
Thank you.
Right in the shins, bro. Right in the shins, on the knee.
And
I don't like kicking, dude.
no,
Nuh-uh.
don't
I
know.
got
like
chicken
it.
legs. I feel like if I do one kick and they you know,
You have 4
Check it.
limbs. Just use them all. And I learned from a friend, you even have your forehead, so might as well use it. There's a sport in somewhere where it's just like you can even use your head.
who do we interview that he was talking about a multi? What was it? I forgot what he was saying, but he was saying that over there in Thailand.
That's the same one I'm talking about.
Yeah, that these guys were like, if you get knocked out, you got like a whole minute to come back,
Really?
Yeah.
and then
Oh, it's so dangerous.
you get knocked out again, and then that's it.
So much brain injury.
Yeah, it's like
Exactly.
in the middle of like nowhere, but it's like one of that sport that everybody watches.
I get you.
Like cricket, how
It's-
it just got popular.
It's very entertaining, but damn.
Yeah, no, that's scary.
If they're going to give you a minute to come back from a head injury, maybe you should stay out.
Just chill out.
Yes.
And
Oh,
just go home.
And then you see the trainers like smoke cigarettes on the side too. Like
Oh, gosh.
kick him. But when you go into fights, like now as a pro, what's your mindset? Do you get yourself angry where you're fighting? Do the opponents talk shit and does that hype you up, or how do you do it? Do you fight angry?
No. So growing up, I remember being very nervous. Very nervous for competitions. I would like overanalyze everything. I'm like, okay, I got this, but I'd be scared. You know what I mean? It was a normal reaction. And then once the bell rang or once the whistle, once they started it, then now I'm like, okay, I forget. But now as a professional, again, I came back because I chose to. I know it's a dangerous sport, but I know how much training I do. I know how many hours I sacrifice. So I don't go there with the mentality of like, what if?
Right.
I go, I'm like, okay, I know I'm training, I'm ready for this. So whoever's across the ring from me, I'm going to give her my all and I'm going to win. And if I lose, it's going to be a hell of a match.
Sheesh. Respect. And you were talking about training. I had a question. What's your training routine like? What is the Stephanie?
You
Hahn
train in
routine?
cruises, right?
Yes. I train in Cruces and then
What
also,
gym?
so Las Cruces Pau.
Shout out.
Las Cruces Pau. Yes, I love
We'll
that
tag
gym.
them in there.
Love them. And then also my dad's gym in the Northeast. So Jennifer Hahn and Izzy Hahn, they're my siblings. They run that gym over there, and they help me out there too.
That's awesome.
But my routine is, I'm a police officer, so I have my day job.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I work my day job. After I get off, then I'll be with my kids for a little bit. I'll feed them, and then I'll go to Las Cruces. Either I take them or they stay home. And then I go to Las Cruces, and if I have time, I'll go to my dad's gym, and then I'll come home.
Jesus,
Nice.
dude, I'm already tired just
I know.
with that schedule.
It's
It's a heavy
You
one.
gotta be right in the mind and have a set mindset to do all that for
Yes.
sure.
And when it comes to the training routine, do you like to hit the bags, or do you like to do more cardio, or what do you?
I love cardio, and I think that's one of my biggest assets because my cardio, I work hard at it. So I'm able to,
And what's
as the rounds go longer, continue, I get stronger throughout the rounds. So it's a benefit for me.
and what's cardio to Stephanie Hahn?
I don't love it, but I do it. And I'm getting better at it. Running and sprinting and sparring.
Outside,
Yes.
natural running.
Yes. I
Respect,
like natural.
respect.
I don't like
I
treadmills.
hate running. I hate running for no reason, dude. Like if there's a dog chasing me, cool. Like I'll run. But if somebody's like, "Hey man, let's run a mile," like why?
It's because you gotta get your, like how she said, you gotta build the stamina and the routine to it.
Oh
but-
yeah, that I understand. But like
but
I have
like
friends
it,
that work
bro.
out.
You test yourself. You're like, damn, like I'm not that much of a porker no more. Like I can go one more
Yes,
block.
I know. Running sucks, but you just have to build up, and then eventually it's good. It's good therapy. Once you are able to run
Yeah.
a long period of time, you're like, okay, you think to yourself, you have your thoughts, and for me, it's peaceful.
Yeah, I went running with my dad once, and he does long distance runs, and he's like, "No, we'll go from here to there," and it was like maybe a mile and a half away. It wasn't even that far. So I was like, mile and a half. I was like, cool, whatever. So I'm keeping up, and then like we get there, like the end of the mile and a half, and that's when I realized, shit, we gotta run back. I was like, you lied to me, Dad. It's 3 miles, like so. After that, I was like, dude, nah, man, like. But no, it's just mental thing for me,
Yeah.
like I just have to do it. You gotta do it like you love it, and then eventually
Then it gets easier.
Yeah, it gets a lot
It's
easier. Ay, dude, now I feel like I gotta work out, bro.
Should.
I need to start running.
And the
The only running I do is running out of money. No manches, bro.
You're dumb, bro. Any brand of gloves you would recommend for these younglings, or anything like equipment wise? Like what would you recommend?
So the gloves that I use, and I go through a pair of gloves after every fight, is ringside
damn.
gloves. The ringside gloves, for me, it's very comfortable, and I like them. I haven't got injured. I know that there's some boxers who try new gloves, and then they start sparring, and they get hand injuries. So
Damn.
Yeah, how often does that happen? I've always wondered, obviously as a boxer, your hands are your main things,
Yes.
right? Like how dangerous or how often is it that these people or you guys get hurt?
well,
with
I
your
know that
hands?
the last fight I had was in
August,
November.
November.
And one of the fighters there on that card, he said that I think they were the Canelo gloves. I can't remember. I think they were the Canelo gloves, like the new brand. And he was training with them, sparring, and he hurt his hand. And I saw it. He had like the biggest swollen knuckle ever. This is like 2 months prior to the actual fight.
God.
But he,
Not Canelo.
you know you have a fight coming up. You cannot not
right.
fight. So, but eventually it was able to, by the time he fought, it had gone down, the swelling, but still, I know that interfered with his training.
Oh, no, yeah, definitely.
So for me, I'm a very simple person, and I know it works. Those ringside boxing gloves, a lot of padding, a lot of support.
And it's gonna be these
Yeah.
right here.
So I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wear the 16-ounce gloves.
Oh damn.
Yes.
Any specific? I
Like-
see you wear red a lot.
Yeah, I love red.
I like red too.
I like red and black.
That's awesome. Same.
Hey, that's the color of our show, dude. Red, black, and white.
It is, huh?
Damn it, I should have worn red today.
Damn. It's all right. I'll edit it in. No, I'm just kidding. But so far 5-0, right?
Yes, sir.
5-0 out of all your fights. Which one would you say that you're probably most proud of, or that I guess it's stuck in your head as like one of the best fights you've had?
Every fight I learned something. Every fight is different. My second fight was a girl named Destiny Jones. She was a national champion, and she's up and coming too. And that was a very hard fight. So for me I won unanimous decision against her. And for me, I was a very proud moment. I'm like, I still got this. She's 10 years younger than me. She's a national champion. For me, I was like, damn, I could do this. I could truly do this. This is validation why I'm doing this, and I'm okay. Because for her, I know that it was hard for her to get fights too. But she's like probably thinking, oh, I'm older. I haven't fought in so long. It's like, yeah, let me kick her ass. But for me, I dominated her. So that was confidence for me.
Right. That's good, man. I haven't been in any amateur or professional fights, but I have been in some fights.
You should. Oh, you've been in some fights.
In some fights, yeah, in some fights, and honestly, after, dude, like I'm scared. Like my heart's still beating, and I'm thinking, every time I watch a lot of like UFC and some boxing, and I was thinking to myself, man, like the way these guys like after like the whole cooling back down from that all all those nerves and the adrenaline. How do they handle that? How do you handle that, like, after a fight?
You get so used to it. Again, I'm older now, so I'm more mature. And I think life, like, especially as a police officer, patrol calls are way scarier than anything in the ring. Because the ring is controlled.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Out in the real world, it's not controlled. So you don't know what to expect. So you can't be so hyper and scared, because you have to learn to control it. Because if you're scared, then you might react differently out in the field, which is not a good thing. So you have to learn to control your emotions. So for me, I just control it. It is what it is. Take a deep breath, slowly breathe out, and
Dude, I'm getting nervous already thinking about it.
Is there any I want to ask you on the patrol side, on the field side, is there any the weirdest, craziest, scariest event you would like to talk about, or you can talk about?
There's so many, because as a police officer, you're gonna experience everything. And you're never ready for it. For me, I know the worst calls, because I'm a mother, were anything involving kids.
Oh, yeah.
Anything involving kids. That was the hardest for me. There's several calls when I see, deceased kids, and I would see both my kids in them, and it would stay with me. It would stay with me for a while. I would go home and I would just talk about it, and then I would talk to my siblings about it. I'm like, yeah, this is my trauma. So it would stay with me for a good week. But those for me were always the worst calls. Always the worst calls.
Thank you for that, honestly, and thank you to your husband too, because I'm pretty sure he has a heart
Yes.
pounding 24/7 when you're out there like that.
Well, yeah, having a wife that's a police officer, and not just that, but a professional boxer, dude. Like, you have to get worried, Like, what am I going to do with my kids if she doesn't come back, Like,
You're an idiot.
yeah. But going back to the whole police officer, how is that for you? How do you take that? And because I know you were doing it before you came back to being a boxer.
7 on the force, about 7 years.
Okay.
So right now I'm not on patrol. So I'm working at the academy. So I work with the recruits. So it's safer than actual patrol. But I love what I'm doing right now. I get to train officers. I'm also teaching them defensive tactics. So something I grew up doing. So
That's
it's
cool.
something natural for me.
So she's putting in the work to show them.
I'm
So
really
hard,
enjoying.
like,
Yes, I'm
kick
really
to the
enjoying my
face.
job. And
My
these
bad.
recruits are, they want to be officers, which is a good thing, because not a lot of people want to be officers.
Yeah.
So they're taking that challenge, and I really appreciate
That
that all of them are doing it,
responsibility, yeah.
which is great, because not everyone wants to do it. And we're all the academy staff, we're mentors to them, and we're teaching them. So for me, I really enjoy my job. It's very rewarding.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. I actually wanted to be a cop too.
Oh,
I actually tried joining the military,
okay.
but then I got they told me I couldn't because I had a fractured disc on my back.
That's horrible. I'm
So
sorry.
yeah, so I was disqualified for all military branches. So I was like, oh, next thing is I'm gonna be a cop. And then so I was looking it up and then all this, and my dad works for customs, and
Okay.
so I have family that work for the government. But then I thought about it, I was like, dude, I like being in the streets too much, man. So now I just thought to myself, I know I don't know, it's just hard for me to like think of like having one job for the rest of my life.
I get you. Well, there's a lot of officers. They do a lot of things. Like
Yeah.
for me, I'm doing professional boxing, but a lot of officers, they do a lot of things. They hustle.
That's awesome.
But well, if you ever want to be a cop, there's no age requirement. There's no age limit for the El Paso Police Department. Just so you know.
Let me write that shit down. No age requirement.
Nope, not at all.
That's good.
Crazy. I did
That's
not
good.
know that. Is there anything else like that's like?
I mean, El
hidden-
Paso is always looking for police
Yeah.
officers, right?
We're
always
so short-staffed. So, if you guys want to look at the qualifications, it's eppd.org. But there's no age limit. So I know that there's some agencies that they'll stop like at 37.
Mhm.
But for us, no. We have older people in the academy. Some people that have started military, or some people that just want to change in their career, and they're enjoying it.
Maybe
They're
I'll
really
wait till
enjoying
I'm 40.
So wait, passing 37.
Get a little bit more experience in the streets, you know.
And
but-
being that said, do you get a lot of because we're close here to Fort Bliss,
Yes.
military do become officers or
Yes.
vice versa?
it. Yes, we have we always have military in each academy class.
Oh, okay.
Always.
And is there any because I've seen this on TV, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's real, firefighters that become cops part-time, like half and half, or nurses, or
So we have we've had some fire marshals in our
Okay.
class. So they're firefighters, and then they take our academy and they become peace officers, and then they're fire marshals. So we haven't had one in a couple classes, but we've had firefighters that have graduated our academy.
How long is the academy?
So our academy is 11 months.
11 months.
11 months.
it's almost a year.
Yep.
Well, yeah, you got to learn everything, man.
A lot of trainings.
Yeah.
A lot
A lot of
trainings.
reading.
Just give me a gun and put me in the car, dude.
No, you're not
Hell
ready
no.
then. You need to be
That's
trained.
low.
All right, don't give me
We
a
have
gun
standards.
then, dude.
We have one of the best academies in the nation.
She says we
Yeah.
have standards.
You guys also have a nice spot where you guys have your
It's
academy.
beautiful on Scenic Drive.
Yeah, the
Beautiful.
Scenic Drive. Is there
Yeah,
any other police academy like that? I don't think so, right?
know, but I think we are very fortunate, very lucky, and I get to run with them on Scenic Drive, so it's a great workout too.
Yeah, I've
Dude,
always
she's
wondered.
just 24/7 training, dude.
I've always wondered, going up there, it is a police academy, right?
Yes.
And then that's just only for you guys.
So for our department, but we have other agencies. We have Border Patrol, we have DPS that come out, and we have a range too, so they shoot. So we're
Up there?
yeah, we have a range.
Yeah, dude, they have a shooting range and everything.
What?
Go sign up, Chewy.
No, I have too many broken bones.
But you could kick pretty high, bro. You got a skill there.
Sign up for her class instead.
No, hey,
Put my kicks
whenever
to
you're
work.
fighting, do you ever like start yelling the Miranda rights to the other opponent?
Not at all. Not at all. No.
It's like everything you say will be held against you in the court of law.
No.
No. Actually, going back, I wanted to give a tip. I know that you're a pro. I'm not a pro.
Okay.
But I've done some types of fightings, like I said before, not amateur, so don't, But I just thought maybe I could show you something.
Show me something.
Yeah. So this is how I fight. All right. Always make sure to always protect your face at all times. But at the same time, I was like, how are you gonna protect your face and punch at the same time? Easy. Watch. You cross your arms.
Oh my god. Dad joke.
Interesting.
I'm telling you, man.
Idiot.
I'm 12-0 in the streets. It works all the time. It'd be awesome if we could see Stephanie Hahn try it out in the ring one day.
No, you're an idiot.
Maybe not
and then
that
knock her
move.
out and then
Not
point
that
at me and be like, you right, Misa, you got it.
You're an idiot.
Um,
I had a quick question. How has the women's boxing changed or evolved through your career?
It's crazy. So as an amateur, when I was competing, there was not a lot of women fighters. And then towards the end, when I quit the first time, that's when women's boxing was introduced into Olympics. So before there was only 3 weight classes, and now I think there's maybe 6 or 8 weight classes for women's boxing. But even professional boxing, they're getting paid. There's a lot of exposure, a lot of popularity. So it's grown.
Jake Paul.
Yeah,
Jake
I
Paul's
love Jake
doing-
Paul. Jake Paul, I love you. Just so
Jake
you know.
Paul.
That's
Dude,
right
hit up our
there.
girl,
Jake
man.
Jake Paul, I love you. Please.
I know you
I
watch.
would love to find your show, please.
Yeah, dude, definitely. That's
There's been a lot of haters towards him. I'm like, hell no.
Nah, he puts
he's
in the work.
he's exposing, and it's great for
It's
us.
because people are thinking about him being a Disney and a YouTuber guy. You know, they don't take him serious. But if they see the bigger picture, what he's doing,
exactly.
it's amazing. He's done such a great job, man. Hey, dude, put me in one of your fights too, bro.
Está loco. Anything that
I'll fight a
you-
crackhead, dude. That's the only person I'll fight.
You're an idiot. Anything that you could change, or anything that you would like to see change or evolve in women's boxing?
I'm content. So I know that right now, women's boxing, they're pushing for equal rights, everything. So they want men, they do 12 rounds, 3 minutes. So women, for the championship fights, like the world title fights, it's 10 rounds, 2-minute rounds. Does it make sense? Yes?
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
So there's less rounds, less time. So women, they want to be like men and fight 3-minute rounds.
Fight longer, yeah.
And they want more rounds, which I totally get. But
I mean, more time, and I mean, the fight could go anywhere, right?
exactly. Yeah. There's more potential for knockouts, that's for sure. Because at the end of the round, everyone's always tired and exhausted. So if you're doing 2 minutes and if you last another minute, some people might not survive. So
Yeah.
I think there's a higher chance of knockouts for sure.
So would you like for it to see?
She would like to knock people out, Chui. Yes,
I
of
wouldn't
course.
mind. I wouldn't mind.
Like
but
the
then
time.
again, I also like 2-minute rounds. So whatever
Okay.
happens,
Yeah.
I'm content.
Cool.
But women's boxing is definitely growing. So I'm glad to be coming back at a good time.
And where could you see it in the next Olympics, which is this summer? They're fighting in Paris, right?
Yes. Say it again. What was the question?
What? Shit. What did I ask? Oh, what? Oh, damn. What did I ask?
What do you think about it?
Yeah. No,
Let's just go with that, Chui.
So actually,
I forgot what I asked.
You just asked it 10 seconds ago, bro.
it's all good.
Damn.
There's a lot of good female boxers on the Olympic on the USA team. Do you guys know who Keely Gomez is?
Yeah, I do.
She's from El
We
Paso.
had her on the pod, on our last pod. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So she's from El Paso, and right now it's between her and this other girl. So
Yeah,
they're-
put up her picture with her. You had a
Yes.
photo shoot with her as well, right?
Keely Gomez,
The Truth.
the truth.
Kayla the Truth Gomez. Yeah, she's a really good boxer, man.
She's a very good boxer,
And she's throwing. You were saying she was gonna fight
so
for.
she just had the Olympic trials, I think, a couple weeks ago, and right now, so they haven't determined who's gonna be the representative for that weight class. So it's between her and another girl. So that's just amazing.
yeah.
That's awesome.
She's an Olympic
Wow.
hopeful.
Like-
How did
and
that
far she-
picture come to be? How did you guys collab?
I know a photographer, and he reached out to me, and then I was talking to her, so I asked her if she wanted to join me. So that's what
That's
happened.
awesome, man. That's awesome.
But how far she's come from El Paso and to be at that level, it's just amazing.
Yeah,
So I really
she-
hope she gets that spot.
You know what I've noticed when we also interviewed her and now interviewing you, I think it all starts with the family.
Yes.
You know, like she has a great mom and a
Her
great
mom
grandma.
and grandma, they support
Yeah,
her so
they
much.
support her so much. Exactly.
They take
so,
her everywhere. And
Um,
great. They
shout out to
sacrifice a
Kayla
lot.
Gomez, man. Girl, get on our show sometime soon, please, please, please. But going back, I wanted to ask, how does it feel like when people say, you know, Han, you know, your family is really known here in El Paso for, you know, the whole boxing and making El Paso proud. How does that feel to you?
I am, how do I say this? I am very proud of where I come from and my dad being my dad. Even when I joined the department, like everyone would be like, oh, they always have a story. They went to my martial arts school. They know my sister. They know my dad. But when I hear the stories about my dad, he's like, yeah, your dad was this, your dad was that. I used to spar him and he would kick my ass. I'm like, oh wow, it would make me really proud.
Yeah.
So I love hearing the stories about my dad. It helped me on the field too, because a lot of people would recognize me, and you would get a very combative subject, and they're like, "Are you a Han?" And they would read my name tag. I'm like, "Yes." So then they're like, "Oh, okay, you know how to fight."
Yeah.
They would give me that respect. So it was very nice. It came in handy, especially on patrol. But
I just find it very amazing, you know, being like a family like that. Obviously, you would like to leave a mark, especially in a city like this. And I think what you guys have done is amazing. It's awesome. Hopefully, maybe, you know, I could leave my name also in the streets. You know,
You're an idiot.
Misa Street.
I would like to learn this kick actually. Like,
Look at that, dude. Look.
What do you call that actually?
okay, let's see what I did. Okay, so roundhouse kick, tornado
Fire.
kick, spin hook kick, roundhouse kick, tornado kick,
Okay.
It's a lot of kick. dude.
Roundhouse kick, tornado kick, roundhouse kick,
spin hook kick,
spin hook kick.
roundhouse kick, tornado kick. Yes.
Yeah, I need to learn that before the year
So
ends.
the actual kick itself is just a roundhouse kick. So roundhouse kick is a very effective kick, but you have to rotate those hips.
I'm not gonna lie, you look like a superhero doing all that.
You're very nice. Thank you.
Look at that, and then
Bro,
and then her
she's
stand at the
flying
end. You
with
see
it.
that? You see how she landed, dude? At the end, she's like, anyone else?
Damn. Anyone you would like to like run it back with your opponents, or you just think you demolished them and on to the next one?
So I'm undefeated right now, so I'm proud with every performance I've done.
Heck yes, yes.
So
Triple horn for that.
So I'm good as long as I keep moving forward and keep fighting more competitive opponents and keep going up in the rankings. I'm happy. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I get those opportunities.
Speaking of fights, you have an upcoming fight. Would you let us know about that, please?
Yes. So March 1st in El Paso, at the El Paso County Coliseum. It's a Friday. There's going to be professional fights. King's Promotions, they're bringing fights. They brought the ones in November. So it's going to be a lot of local fighters, a lot of local talents, a lot of female fights.
That's super
So
cool.
it's going to be great.
And you
Yeah.
said here at the Paso
Coliseum.
Mhm.
We'll be there for sure.
Yay.
We'll be there for sure. We'll
Yeah,
be yelling out
where can-
911.
Where
Yes.
can you let them know right here where they can find their tickets?
I'll be selling tickets. So we have a press conference on Tuesday, and I'll be getting tickets. But you could get them with me if you guys want to message me on Instagram, StephHan09, or Facebook, or my dad's gym. It's Han's Oriental Martial Arts, or my brother's gym, which is Han's Martial Arts.
Yeah, and we'll have all these down in the caption below, guys. So if you guys want to go and click on that and get your tickets, we're gonna be there for sure. So come join us. We're gonna
you.
try and vlog. We're gonna try and find a way. Maybe we could get some media passes or something.
Yes, for sure.
Get backstage and just support. And that's what you guys should do too, man. Support one of the best probably boxing family in El Paso. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna move towards the back end of this show, and our boy Chewy has some trending topics to bring up.
Okay.
Right, Chewy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we like to call this segment called Saque el Chisme.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know chisme. I love
Chisme.
chisme.
Hell
What's your
yeah.
favorite cheese, Chewy?
Chisme. Who showed us that one?
Jessica, the last
out
episode of Jessica.
So I'm gonna jump with local news, and then I'm gonna go to pop culture and a little bit of
Hopefully I could keep up. I'm so busy with my life.
Me
Okay.
too.
You're good.
Me too.
I
That's
wanna-
why I asked him
If
to do
I
it.
don't know it,
'Cause
I'm so sorry.
Chewy is my news guy. Once a
give a
week, we'll hear it here.
or daily. I just forward it. Look what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Fit Fam for letting us and putting us on all the upcoming news.
All the news, man.
Thank you, Fit Fam. We
So-
love Fit Fam. That's where I get
love
my
it.
news from. Thank you, Fit
Yeah.
Fam.
I don't know if you guys saw this one, but let it load right here. It was what's going on here?
What's going on here, Chewy?
What's going
Technical
on here?
problems. Am I gonna have to box you in the streets?
A little fine.
I got Ms. Han here as my trainer.
So I don't know if you guys are big wrestling fans or anything, but they were here in Las Cruces touring, and
Okay.
there was a fan that showed up as Nacho Libre.
Hey,
That's awesome.
And he got the whole crowd going, and I saw it everywhere, multiple social media. So I thought that was pretty cool. He was just doing his thing.
Dude, that
Look
looks
at him
exactly
flex.
like
Who
him.
doesn't like Nacho Libre?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that was
yeah.
at the Pan American right here at our
That's
neighbors,
awesome.
Las Cruces.
Do you still watch wrestling? Or
Um,
do you at all or anything?
So my annoying brother, he loved WWE, so we would always watch it, but I haven't watched it in years.
Same here. I stopped when I was like 8 or 9.
Me
Somebody's
too.
like, that's not real, right?
Me too, but I'm still 8 or 9 in my head.
I could tell, Chewy.
Fuck
What's
you.
the next one, brother? What's the next one?
The next one is gonna be, I don't know if you guys saw what's going on. Apparently a truck was going too fast on Airway,
That's horrible.
and he ended up making a little bit of a mess, throwing down all these cars. They were all they're how do you say it? Reimbursed, or how do you say it? Refurbished
Did-
cars are like
Were there any fatalities? in the
nah,
accident?
they're just, I don't know what the word is. I can't.
There weren't cars that were new, right?
No. How do you say it?
Obviously.
Wow.
Yeah, he just demolished them.
I don't know,
Your
man.
thoughts on, and if you read the comments,
You know something
was
real quick.
speeding.
I mean, I see a lot of that on Fit Fam, all these car accidents. But thankfully, every time I'm on the road, I don't see any.
I know.
You know,
Well, that's
like
good.
every time I get home and then I see like people posting like pictures of traffic and all this. And I go to school like on the other side of town and I work on the other side of town. And I've been so lucky lately that I haven't seen any of that. So knock on wood, it stays like
yeah,
that.
I think you might have just jinxed yourself, but hopefully you stay blessed.
dude, fuck.
Hopefully you stay blessed.
Stephanie, why would
I'm
you
sorry.
say that?
It's just
now
you-
I'm jinxed.
Here, where's wood?
Jesus.
Go,
Some
knock
wood.
on wood.
Knock on
Like-
wood.
But your thoughts? He was just rushing with all that packed on top of him.
Gosh.
There's some really bad drivers out here,
Yeah.
Stephanie. Why? Why?
Because it happens. It happens. I don't like accidents involving trucks. So sad. I just so sad.
Well, talking
The
about
damage that they could
trucks,
cause.
Did you see this one?
No, I haven't seen
Dude,
it.
okay, look, I was watching this one. If you guys could see this, if you guys can't, you guys are just listening to audio only. Go to FitFam, look up OSHA. Oh shit! All right,
Holy
on
crap.
FitFam, and it was like a big truck with like a big old crane, and I guess it tipped over, and where it landed was like an empty parking lot except for one car, and it was a
That
Mercedes,
poor car.
and it landed right on that dude. Somebody's getting
That
fired for sure.
Mercedes. And the worst part is the Mercedes.
sad.
And if you go on the comments, one of them says, yeah, we commented, we put who's Theo, but it said one of them said you park the Mercedes parked the furthest to not get hit, and the first thing that happens is it
Yeah, because if you see, it's the only one parked there, and then all the other
Wow.
cars are across.
car parks away from other cars to not get hit, gets smashed instead.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. out here.
Pobrecitos.
But on some other news, I don't know if you knew this story about In-N-Out.
This,
So for the first time ever, there's an In-N-Out closing in its history.
That's so sad.
Wait,
That's
what?
great.
I've never been In-N-Out.
Really?
Yeah, really.
You haven't
Is it better than Whataburger?
No, Whataburger's the best.
Yes, yes.
Love Whataburger.
Oh man, Stephanie, dude, I was about to put my fist up, dude. I was like, dude, if I'm gonna
No,
get my ass kicked
Whataburger.
over this, fuck it. Whataburger, guys, sponsor us, please. But what happened? Why is it shutting down?
crime and make it a safer place. For the first time in their 75-year history, In-N-Out Burger will be permanently closing one of their restaurants, and you would never believe why. This In-N-Out Burger location is located in Oakland, California. Unfortunately, this location is prone to numerous car break-ins, property damage, theft, and even armed robbery of the customers.
Jesus.
Oakland, bro.
Despite steps to deter crime and make it a safer place, they were unsuccessful in these efforts and have since decided to permanently close this location in March. Being the only location in this city, the community is deeply saddened by the decision to close the restaurant.
That's unfortunate.
Wow. I mean, so pretty much all this was because too much crime.
Yeah.
Happening on there?
They're going to go eat and then get the car burglarized. It's not worth
You
it.
see, that's why you people can't have anything nice.
And that's insane, bro, because Oakland is going downhill in California in general.
Yeah, California.
Yeah, California, dude. All
They
you
don't
people from California, don't come to Texas, dude. Go to New Mexico or something. So there's a lot of land out there in New Mexico. Even in the middle of Idaho, there's a lot of land out there too.
No, and then
Built-
you're an idiot. I don't know if you heard about this one about a little kid.
Was he in the car?
Yes, did
I
you
saw
see that?
That's heartbreaking.
That, oh my god, dude.
A mother who brought her toddler son to
That's
Walmart
crazy.
wearing nothing but a diaper in
Crazy.
weather.
That's crazy. Lower that down, yeah, Trey. It's making too much of a nickel.
Gabrielle Darby was arrested in
Yeah, so this, I'll pop all these videos up for you guys to watch. And man,
Obviously, we don't know the whole story, but just based on what we see, it looks like that child's been neglected. Like, who brings that child
Right.
in the winter with no clothes?
And the fact that she's just like the other lady's putting clothes, a sweater on her kid, and she's just there on her phone.
Sad.
yeah, some people should just not be parents.
I agree.
But damn, that sucks. But anyways, let's get away from all these bad news, and I want to ask Miss Stephanie Hahn what she thinks is the best of El Paso. What do you enjoy about El Paso so much?
The people.
Mm.
For sure, the people. I've traveled around the nation, and especially up north, there's some mean people. There's some rude people.
Really?
Like, really rude
I'm
people.
walking here.
Yes, big time rude people. I took my son one time, and he was getting bullied by the kids. I'm like, oh gosh, this is sad.
Really?
So
Wow.
El Paso, just the people here are nice, and I really appreciate that. Especially coming from other places, I'm like, you can't. I remember hearing that El Paso is so nice, but not until I experienced it myself, I'm like, wow, El Paso
Yeah.
is just great.
No, it's true. And even like down in San Antonio, because I lived in San Antonio for a year out there. I worked for Amazon. And man, some people were rude, dude.
Yeah,
like some
there's-
people were rude. And even down to like, sometimes I'll open the door for someone and you'll hear a thank you. Like,
Yes.
You don't see that sometimes,
In
man.
El
And-
Paso, you see it.
Yeah,
And
you see
people
it all
are
the
very,
time.
They're very caring. And for the most part, even the support with police officers,
Mm-hmm.
they still support us, and I still get appreciated. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, shout out to all our police officers here in El Paso, man. Thank you so much for your service, guys.
It's insane. Yeah.
Without any
I
police officers, this city would be shit.
I didn't know you guys were running that low on numbers. That's pretty insane.
Yep.
And you know what? It's been
Please
like that
apply.
for a while. Though.
Anyone, please apply.
Guys, yeah, if you guys are
You guys are
looking
qualified,
into
apply.
that, or you're about that lifestyle, you want to make the community a better
Just
place.
let them know you were
give
recommended by the
Stephanie a
Takeover Show.
shout-out. Yeah. I was gonna say something about the. No, you just brought it up. I know, bro. It's because I have a brain fart. Stretch. Shout out Stretch Comedy. We have an event coming up.
Oh, that's right.
Check it
we're
out tonight. My head's all involved in that right now. But I wanted to talk about
It happens.
I'm so sorry.
Come on, Chewy. Come
happens.
on,
It's
Chewy.
okay.
It's all right. I'll let all this shit out. Dude.
Was it police officer?
Yes,
Officer
it was about the police officer.
being nice in El Paso. What was it?
No. Going back to the police officer, like the young ones, and there's no age limit.
So you have to be a minimum of 21, but there's
21.
no. You could be 50 and apply if you want.
Yeah, just look up on the requirements for that, guys.
No health requirements, broken bones, or anything like that.
Well, you have to pass a PT test. So as long as you're healthy enough to pass a PT test, there's several tests that you have to go through.
Do we have to run?
Yes, you have to run. There's a requirement on running. We have standards,
Is PT test?
but it's
like,
not that ridiculously hard. No, sir.
Is PT test like the one James? No, I don't mean to be funny or anything, but the one James Bond took.
We're not that extreme.
But you know what I mean.
Yes, but we're not that
I
extreme.
didn't mean it like that, but it's because you said you
Guys,
have
I'm
to
looking for a
pass
new
it.
co-host as well, guys. Let me know.
Fuck.
No. But thank you so much. This is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go around this table. We're gonna give our final thoughts. Starting with our boy Chewy. Please tell me you remember what you're gonna say.
Yeah, dude. I want to apologize for my brain fart earlier,
It's
but
okay.
thank you. Honestly, you're super nice, and
Thank you.
we recognize each other right outside, so you've been a vibe. Hopefully, we can have you back on, and you can keep supporting your legacy and putting your name out there because you're doing a really very, very good thing out here.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Hey, good job, Chewy. Good job, dude. I was thinking, like, am I gonna have to fucking say his last
No.
words for him or something?
And also, we would like to go stop by and check out your dad and your brother's gyms.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
That'd be
awesome.
super cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Please.
We like doing vlogs with our guests after we record with them, so we'll definitely plan something out. Guys, don't forget March 1st at the El Paso Coliseum. We're gonna go ahead and be there, and if you guys follow our girl here, Stephanie Hahn, we're gonna go ahead and pick a couple of you guys to come join us too.
Oh,
So
that's nice. Thank you.
please make sure you guys support Stephanie Hahn. Any final words from you?
It's so nice to meet you. You guys are very nice people. I'm excited to eat your snacks.
Yeah, I got you on that, bro. Yeah.
Your
Everybody's
Mexican snacks.
No,
I'm
yeah.
I'm looking forward to
No, I
that.
got you.
It's my favorite thing.
She said chamoy, elote. She
Elote,
said
man.
everything. She said everything,
Papas
bro.
locas, yes, all
Yeah.
that stuff. So good. Mexican candy, love it. But yes, you guys are very nice. If you guys could please come out and support me March 1st.
We got you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We'll
That'd be
definitely
awesome.
be there. And so one more time, thank you so much, Stephanie Hahn. It's been great. I've been waiting for this for a while now. You're a great person to talk to, so down to earth. So thank you for being the best boxer that you are. Thank you for being the cop that you are, and training these future cops that are going to be here in the force soon. And like Chuy said, you're always welcome. Our doors are open for you anytime you want to come by. Guys, please make sure you guys are supported, man. If this is the first time you hear about the Hahn family, please look into it some more. These people are great. They're great athletes, and
Super
they're making
badass.
El Paso proud. And so thank you so much. Chuy, good job today, Chuy. Got a little bit of work to do there, but
I'm sorry on that one.
thank you so much, guys. Again, like I said, don't forget, March 1st at the El Paso Coliseum. We're going to be there. We'll have all that information in the caption below. So if you guys are following us, please make sure to support the people that support us. And all that being said, you guys make sure, everybody listening, stay off the streets, all right?
Don't drink and drive,
stay on the
please.
sidewalks,
Yes, be
all right?
safe. Be safe.
Yeah.
Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive, all right? Don't do anything illegal because Ms. Hahn will be after your ass.
And you don't
all
want
right?
that.
And you don't want that shit, dude, because she's got a family behind her, dude, and the Takeover show too. So don't forget.
Stupid.
So, anyways, guys, all that being said, you guys make sure to stay safe and stay fresh. We're out.